So, last earlier when you left,
So yeah, so earlier when we left, we were talking about the whole
hang
separation
on,
thing.
sorry, give me one.
So before I left, we were talking about the whole separation ordeal and what I thought about it. And like I said, I considered exactly what you told me on that voicemail. You know, the whole idea that women do tend to lie to their children about their father, telling them things that are not true,
I'm just talking
just
about
to turn them against
experience.
them. Yeah, no, I know. And so yeah, so turn the children against their fathers. You know, because of the bitterness they grow after separation, which I understand. Which is one of the reasons I would like to fight for my child, because you know I would not like uh, my wife, if we were to separate, to do that to my child. Second of all, it would give my wife an opportunity to remarry and get more children if she wanted. Um, that way, you know, she doesn't have to live with the burden of living with a child or raising a child of a man that
Yeah,
she's no
there's
longer with.
also that. Yeah.
And that, so yeah, I've considered all this stuff.
No,
At the
I
same
never
time,
considered that.
um,
Shoot, that's some. That's
yeah,
some
no, so
shit.
yeah, so you know, I don't know how enticing that sounds to her. If she has thought about, you know, the
Remarrying.
possibility of marrying, if we were to separate. Um,
She would remarry into what Muslim religion, right?
Obviously, yeah, yeah, she would have to. She would
Meaning,
have to.
you have to keep this in mind. Meaning, your kid would be in. Would you say indoctrinated into the Muslim religion, or are you okay with that? Aquil, Aquilinar, are you there? Yo, dude. Having some technical difficulties. Oh. I'll be right back.
Yo,
Yo, you back?
yeah, I've been back.
Dude,
I've been,
whatever. I just left for like a second.
and then why? What the fuck? Are you call? Are you asking me if I'm back? I've been talking to myself all this time.
No, you left the call and then I called you
Dude,
back.
look, dude, I am literally driving. How am I gonna leave the
I
chat
guess
or the thing?
Discord. I guess your signal is so bad it pushes you out of Discord or something.
So I don't know. Yeah, because of the fact that I'm driving. Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, I consider all those things. At the same time, um, I've also thought about, hey, look, you know, because who knows? I think my wife has grown very attached to our child, and I believe if if there were some separation, she would be very emotionally impacted, possibly go crazy. I don't freaking know. And I would hate
That
to
makes
be
sense.
the I would hate to be
The
the
responsible
reason.
one.
Yeah, yeah, the reason someone goes insane because of that. So also, hold on, let me step out of the. Can you, whoa! What the fuck is wrong with this?
Hey, can you keep the cursing to a minimum?
My bad. It's my. Or it's me. It's stupid. All right. So I've also thought about, hey, okay, what about if we were to do this?
we we sign a legal contract saying that she's gonna take care of the child, she's gonna raise her well. I'm gonna take care of the the expenses for the child alone, because after she's my wife, I don't have to give her anything, aside from food for the child. That's it. Um, um, so so yeah, I'll take care of the child financially and everything, and I'll go and visit my child. You know, uh,
What a pain
periodic.
in the.
What?
It's a pain in the butt, dude.
Yeah, but I would have to, and uh, upon doing that, once my child becomes of high school age, and I would actually bring her back, and she would, and I would take her the rest of the way, pretty much, through high school, college, and after that, she becomes a career woman or gets married. That's up to her where she wants to ends up. She wants to take her mom with her or something like that. It's all up to her. We fulfill our duty as parents. So yeah. However, I recently came upon some wisdom, some knowledge. I dug up on some freaking forums and articles online and found some really interesting information which could possibly help ease everything and avoid everything crazy from happening. But let me let me get this pick up. I'm picking something up real quick, and I'll tell you about that in like a few minutes.
Oh my god. All right.
Yeah, I
Are
told
you?
you. I
Yeah,
told you.
you're
You
home.
said yeah. All right. All right. One second. I'm next. What up?
Wait, should I stop streaming or? All right, whatever. I'll keep talking. So earlier I had to go, and then he came back, and I was gone, and then he wanted me back over here so we could keep talking, and then I'm like, no, I'm gone, dude. Anyways, earlier I was talking to myself about his situation. So, hmm, I'm thinking. So yeah, that's what's been going on with Aqvila Noir. Is he married a Muslim woman? He was more of a Muslim than she was, meaning he read a lot more into the Muslim religion than she ever did. She will ever probably will. Um, he then realized there's a lot of inconsistencies according to him in the Muslim Quran that he's very confused about. So he's detransitioning from what it seems like from the Muslim religion, as he couldn't get the answers he asked for. Um, then we had a conversation because one of the videos him and I had is like we talked about this very topic. If he were to switch religions again, uh, what would his wife do? And we had that conversation in the past when he was still full Muslim.
Right. All right. All right. I'm back.
Oh, you're back. Okay.
Yep.
I was
Yeah, it was fast.
basically just talking to myself here. Just
Like
r-
always.
no, I was basically
Like
retelling.
like the insane person that you are. Yeah, I know.
Yes, like the insane person I am. I was retelling the your story basically from the
What
ground up.
story? What are you talking about? I don't even
Anyway,
know you. Who are you? Why are you calling me on the? Dude, who are you? Leave me alone, stalker.
all
All right, hold up. Let me get into my Batmobile. You
right.
know.
I'm waiting for Aquila Noir here,
Oh my boy.
and damn, he distracted me. I forgot what I was just saying right now.
and we pretend like airplanes and nights.
Oh my god, you freaking ghetto trash. Um. So so yeah. After he decided to detransition, we had that conversation, and uh, he told me he called me. He's like, what should I do? He wanted some advice, and I told him, well, you better, if this is the case, then you better talk to your wife about you know how you feel about your religion. And then he decided to do it that same day, which was insane because I would have like thought about this through.
I would have thought about this true. Yeah, but you
And
know me, I'm insensitive, so I really didn't think about it. But anyways, um, yeah, I mean, I thought about holding on to saying something about it, but at the same time, I thought, the longer I wait, the more damage it will do because
yeah,
the relationship grows, especially our child
and you're
grows
holding a
together with
lie.
us, and I'm holding on to a lie, living a lie, and it's gonna be miserable for everyone. So the
Yes.
earlier the better. So that was my last choice, right? Like dividing the responsibility of the child. She take care of it since she's so attached to her. Um, she takes care of the child during childhood, raises it up until
Honestly,
high
dude,
school.
I'm gonna stand by what I say. I'm gonna stand by what I
Um,
say is you're not the one destroying the marriage. Like, this is the way I say it. You're not the one
no,
destroying the
no, listen,
marriage.
listen. Wait. I know you stand by that, but I'm not done. Hold up, because I need to get this out before I get home, because I'm almost home. All right, so then I found out about something new, something that might help us not actually have to go through separation. So
This is
I've
weird.
been investigating. Yeah, I've been investigating, and I found a case very similar to ours. Essentially, there was this woman who was born and raised Christian
Muslim.
all her
Oh,
life.
Christian.
No, no, born and raised Christian all her life, and she's married. Obviously, she's been married to her husband for 17 years, right? So obviously she does not want to destroy the marriage. Um, but she became a Muslim,
Oh,
and
she
she
became a
didn't know.
Muslim.
Yeah, she became a Muslim, and she did not
Interesting.
know. She did not know that at the time that Muslim women cannot be married to Christian men or non Muslim men. I'll put it that way because that's the way they explain it. Muslim women cannot be married to a non-Muslim man.
Oh,
So
wow.
she did not know at the beginning, but what she did find out, she was like, "Yo, I guess I cannot be a Muslim anymore because this is gonna destroy my marriage, and I don't want that. That's something I cannot do." But then
Oh, shit.
she continually became drawn to Islam and more and more, and so she couldn't shake it, and she decided that she wants to remain a Muslim and she wants to work things out. She then happened upon like a Muslim forum where she asked the question, "What can I do in my case?" And then one of the people there, who seems to be like a scholar figure, um, uh, gave citations of references of things that have happened like this in the past and what has been done. So essentially, one of the most important companions of the Prophet Muhammad, uh, who was Umar ibn Khattab. This guy, essentially, when he became the caliph of the Muslim world, he encountered a similar case. A Muslim, a woman who became a Muslim. She was like formerly some other religion of the region, and she became a Muslim, but she was still married to her non-Muslim woman, non-Muslim husband. She didn't want to separate. So this caliph was one of the most important companions of the Prophet, and had not the same authority, but very very close. Um, decided that if a woman was married to a non-Muslim man who would not object or make it difficult for her to practice Islam, and could live with that, with knowing that his wife is a Muslim, and he would not intervene, not try to convert her back to another religion, and just let her be, let her practice her religion in peace. If that was the case, then she can remain with the man no matter what. And so I found this, and this is literally Islamic, an Islamic legal decision. It's basically what they call a fatwa. Fatwa is a legal decision, a verdict, pretty much a verdict. So it is a legal verdict, and it can be used in Islamic courts. So I found this, um, and I basically, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna, like I told you, I'm gonna take my time, take things slow, and just slowly but carefully
Dude, I'm cynical,
introduce.
man, because I'm thinking, I'm thinking, man, just beat
What
her, just beat your wife. Like you're not going anywhere.
we're Muslims, right? Come here, back, back, back. Nah, no, but nah, I feel you, bro. I mean, I can take some humor. I don't mind it. Hey, so yeah, so basically, I found this information, which is very very useful, and very, it fits our case so much.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is, like I told you, I'm gonna take things slow, and slowly and carefully introduce her to Christianity.
So,
Just
so what you're telling me
expose.
now, basically, you're telling me you have a case where someone wasn't, where a couple didn't get divorced. So now you
Yeah,
can
they
use
didn't get
this.
divorced.
Yeah, now you can use this and tell her, hey, look, this is what's gonna happen, and we're not divorcing.
Yeah, huh? Basically. But first, what I want to do is, I want to expose her to Christianity, because here's the thing. Um, for most, and I'm being general here. All right, so bear with me.
What do you Muslims think about Jesus? First of all.
I'll tell you in a bit, because I can talk about that when I'm home. So it's easy. So
Okay.
all right, so um, for most Muslims in general, right? Um,
Please,
they
please
are
tell
born,
me.
they're born and raised into the religion, but for them it's not really something that is for, like, the same to, for example, you and I, we view religion as something fundamental to especially to your psychological development, and to your character, to the character that you bear as a person. um, at least that's the way I see it. I don't know about you, I'm pretty sure you have a similar way of viewing religion. But
I
for most Muslims,
Yeah.
religion is something that they just do. They just do, and they cannot change it. It's something that they cannot change. Almost
Well,
like
that's
not.
stupid.
It's exactly, and it's almost like their skin color, right? It's almost like, yo, your skin color, you cannot change it unless you're Michael Jackson. But other than that, you cannot change your skin color, right? Am I right?
Yes, yes, you're right.
At least not most people can. Only Michael. But anyways, so that's something you cannot change. It's pretty much there. Okay, you have to live with it. For majority of Muslims, religion, Islam is that way. You cannot change it. It's just who you are, what you are. You have to be Muslim. Period. And
Mm,
you cannot think outside the box. You cannot question that your religion, because if you do, that means you're outside of the religion. You are an outcast. You will be rejected. You will be
isn't that
shunned.
what cults
You
do?
will be you will let me get there. You will be exiled. You will be exiled, and eventually, if you persist on your position of not being a Muslim, well, you're either gonna get the boot, go to prison, or get killed for it. So it's your choice, but there are
Well, that
consequences,
is
right? And
very,
yes,
very
and
extreme.
that
Getting killed.
and that is very cultish. Yeah, it is very cultish.
Getting killed,
Um,
prison. That is extreme. Like I
it
just want to
is. It is.
mention, like some people. I don't want to say too much. Maybe I will in the future, but some
Mhm.
people in my religion, they be bitch about when
Mhm.
they get kicked out. But mainly people get kicked out because they're they're committing immorality. Hang on, I got candy in my mouth.
Yeah,
They're
yeah, candy here.
they're basically committing immorality and
Right,
doing whatever they want, and they want to have their cake and eat it too.
right.
So that's not how things roll. And the purpose of being kicked out is to uh, have some sort
Discipline.
of punishment, like to
Yeah, discipline.
reflect on your actions. And obviously, you can always
Exactly.
come back to community, but after some time to reflect and talking about it. But
Yeah,
but it boggles me to hear to hear uh to hear them bitch and complain about that, and then you tell me when you get kicked out, you get killed or put in prison.
well,
That's
if
insane.
that well, yeah, well, like going to prison and getting killed is the last resort. But
Yeah.
the first resources is basically the first one of the first things that Muslims do when one of them wants to leave the flock is pressure, social pressure, peer pressure, social pressure,
Under pressure.
pressuring you yeah, basically pressuring you into accepting religion again and saying that you're Muslim publicly because it has to be publicly. That way, everyone knows. Yes, he's still Muslim. She's still Muslim. Um, that's one way. Then the next one is exile. So they shun you and exile you out of the community. They tell you, okay, go get out of our community because we're Muslims. Go and live in this city right here. They have other people of other religions. You can live there. So they create difficulties for these people. Um, and then last but not least, when the person persists on, hey, I'm a Muslim, I'm not a Muslim, I'm not gonna leave my community, I was born and raised here, I have my job here, blah 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 blah, and they persist on
Even
that, then they're like,
wait,
okay,
wait, wait, wait.
okay,
Okay,
wait,
what that scenario you're talking about right now? Are you talking
yeah, yeah,
about
yeah.
that person is living with like their relatives or living on their own?
It doesn't matter if you're in the
No, what?
community and people find out you. Yeah, if you're in the
That's
community and
outrageous.
people find out that you said publicly that you're not a Muslim, this is what's gonna happen. So and then um this is why a lot of ex-Muslims. Have you ever heard like all these ex-Muslims coming from all these countries like Iran, Saudi Arabia, Iraq? You never heard them like they were ex-Muslims at one point and then they left from Yemen. Yeah, it's because that happened. They couldn't live there anymore because the social pressure, they couldn't stand it, the harassment, the bullying, and or they got an
Interesting.
ultimatum, where they were told, hey, you're gonna go to prison or probably get stoned to death for your blasphemy. So yeah, so that's the last resort. The last resort is, hey, we're gonna put you in prison until you learn to not leave your religion, basically. And then if prison doesn't help, stoned to death. So yeah. So,
You
anyways,
hear that, people?
um,
And you bitch and complain when you get kicked out. It's worse if you get
yeah,
killed or
don't
sent to prison.
yeah yeah
Getting
don't get
kicked
kicked,
out
don't,
is not that
don't
bad.
complain of getting kicked out from a religion. It's not that bad because you can always come back, and it's your opportunity to reflect on where you went wrong and why. And it's just discipline, man. It's discipline. Getting kicked out is like getting grounded. It's like getting grounded. It's a disciplinary action. You know it's not cutting you out of resources. It's not people harassing you at work because they know your family and they know that everyone's Muslim, so you have to be Muslim, blah blah. So yeah. So anyways, yeah. Uh, so I have that ultimate weapon, and then after I have slowly introduced my wife to Christianity,
When
you
did
know,
you start
let her learn a
introducing her
little
to
bit.
Christian?
Oh, and I'm still planning that because I have to be
Oh,
careful about it. I don't wanna make it too obvious, and I don't wanna make it preachy. Like, hey babe, come, let's sit down, let's read the Bible. Nah, because she's immediately gonna know what I'm trying to do. So what I'm trying to do is expose her. So I expose her to Christianity indirectly, and then when she sees something that she finds interesting or just like wants to ask me about it, then I'll be like, oh yeah, you know what? this thing that just happened that you just experienced is from Christianity, and then that way she'll begin to see how much
Tell her,
of a
tell her. You remember what you told me that she was afraid of like the beatings. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
right, exactly. No, no, no,
but
yeah,
but you don't.
no,
You don't.
that's one of the things I eventually want to bring up to her, like eventually. That's one of the things, because there's a lot of things that Muslim men take advantage of in Islam, just to abuse their wives or simply just to cheat on them, basically. Because in Islam, you can, like, a man, if I want right now, since my wife and everyone thinks I'm a Muslim, right, except for you and the listeners, but if I wanted to right now, I can literally go on like some stupid dating app like Tinder or something, and we're not sponsored or anything, but I can go on a dating
What
app
the hell?
and listen, I can go on a dating app secretly, find me a woman, tell her, yo, hey, I want you to be my wife, and well, eventually, right? Like we've been dating, we've been doing things, like talking to each other, and then eventually I marry her, and she can live, in a separate place, without my wife ever having to know. She does not have I do not have an obligation to tell her, and she does not have an
What?
obligation.
Wait,
She
are
does
you
not have a right to
serious?
know. Yeah,
I
yeah,
did not know
I
that.
can do that. Yeah, I can do that because
That's
it
insane.
is a way to. Yeah, it is a way to make things easier for the wife, to give her less stress, and just avoid conflict in the relationship. Um, and I can
Wow,
have a
that is
relationship with my wife without
scummy,
my
dude.
wife
That is scum.
ever knowing. I can do that, and she will never know. She would never know that I'm, seeing another woman, possibly having kids. Many Muslims do this all the freaking time. Many Muslims do this. Like they have like up to like three freaking children with another woman, and then the wife eventually finds out because the truth always comes out. So the truth always comes out. So when they find out it's freaking divorce and a bunch of drama and stupid stuff, it's insane, bro.
Yeah, because you said
Yeah,
they have to pay the equal amount to every wife.
exactly. So they'll notice eventually. They'll notice it. But yeah. Hey, hold up. I'm coming out of my car. Yo, shut up. Oh,
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Awesome. All right. So yeah, yeah. So essentially, yeah. So that's my last weapon. And then after I've done my effort in introducing her to Christianity and teaching her about Christianity, letting her see that there's nothing to fear. Coming into Christianity or accepting me as a Christian. When I show her that, and then I will obviously at that point I would show her, like, look, this woman, there's this case, there's there is an Islamic decision where we are allowed to stay together. You as a Muslim, me as a Christian, if as long as they don't prevent you from practicing your religion, then we live in peace. And at that point, if she decides to not still separation, then that's on her. It's not on me. But I'm about to enter my home, so I'm gonna take a break, and I'll have to call you back later so we can keep the chat and then change topics possibly.
All right, then. Have a good one, dude.
You too.
All right, Lates. So, so yeah, that's I honestly kind of felt like he would come back to uh, to Christianity, because it's like it's obviously the truth, and I say that because there's a lot of things I know. If you go to my channel, you'll start seeing that I talk a lot about scientific facts and stuff, and Bible verses and whatnot. But that's that's insane. Like what he's going through right now, it's not something I would have ever imagined he would have to go through. Which I really thought they were gonna be married for at least, I don't know, like 10 years or something without any problems. But this is really huge, and he needs to make a decision quick. And I still hold my ground when I say if she refuses to keep the marriage together, then he needs to go scorched earth on her. Meaning, he gets to decide how much he pays her. He gets to keep the kid. Because the way I see it is, he's gonna leave his kid on the hands of a person who isn't really educated when it comes to religion, and I consider myself more educated than him, but that's his kid, so he needs to educate his own kid in whatever he deems fit necessary. And from what Aqvila Noir told me, is she is very kind of a little close-minded, and not aware. She seems to get confused when it comes to talking about religion. All that when it comes to talking about religion. So yeah, scorched earth. Keep your kid and keep your sanity. Whatever. All right. That was Aqvila Noir and his story. We'll probably be back online later. If you want to keep watching some of my videos, you can go to my YouTube channel. It's called The Thinking Carrot, and I've uploaded some videos right there of my thoughts on things and stuff. So yeah, I'll see you guys.